Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 16 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not like oogie old, just not talked about old. So if you want to see what I'm using and what I think, stick around, we're going to get right into it. First, let me just say real quick, if you're not subscribed already, now's a great time to do that. I upload 4 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you click on the bell and choose all, YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video. And you can choose to watch it or not. Totally up to you, no pressure. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. All right, let's just get into it. I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. You're all zoomed in and I am ready to go. So today's palette of choice for episode 16 and awesome. Okay, once more with feeling. I don't know what happened, but the power went out and it seems to be back on now. So hopefully we can keep it going. So episode 16, Throwback Thursday, palette of choice is the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. This specific palette is no longer available. They do have the quote-unquote mini version, which I think would be so much more convenient because this is humongous. It's literally bigger than my head. So this is what we're going to play with today. I realize that a lot of my Throwback Thursday looks are more neutral. And so, yes, this is like definitely half neutral, half color. I thought we could play with more of the color stuff today. So that's my plan. Obviously, my brows are done, my eyes are primed, and I've got the butterscotch tape on and going. So let's just play. I'm not going to start with a neutral color today. In fact, I'm going to steer clear of all the neutrals because I can. So I'm going to go into this like purpley shade. I have no idea. I cannot remember what this palette behaves like. I have not used it in a really, really long time. Literally cannot remember the last time I used this palette. I know that I ordered it years ago. I've had it in my collection for such a long time. That shade blended out nicely. I only dipped in one time, a little bit. And this brush is super fluffy. So I feel like I got a lighter application. If I had gone in with a denser brush, it would have been a bit more pigmented. I'm gonna dip back in just a teeny tiny bit. I wanna bring this up a little bit higher. So I'm just going to get this blended out how I want it, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to the next shade. Okay, I like that. They blended out really, really easily. It doesn't seem to be patchy or weird, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go in now with a slightly smaller, fluffy, more dense blending brush into the same shade. And I want to build up the intensity and the depth a little bit, just a little lower. Using the same color, not blending it out quite so much, will make it appear as though I've got two different shades. I just really want a smoother transition from this first part to what I do on my lid. So I'm just gonna build up the pigment here, drag it in a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll move on. Wetting my flat shader brush. I'm gonna go into this purpley blue shade. I'm gonna start working that on my outer lid and up into my crease a little bit because my eyes are hooded. All of my lid shades end up in my crease anyway. So if I put it there on purpose, it looks much better. I know some people think you can't put shimmer shades in your crease, but I am not one of those people. I think it's absolutely fine. I'm gonna angle that a little bit because I like the way it looks. We'll blend out this edge in a little bit. Now on a very small pencil brush, I'm gonna dip into that purpley blue shade and just kind of start blending it a bit. Don't want any harsh edges. Just doing itty bitty little strokes. Nothing too crazy. Then I'm gonna go back in with that first purpley shade and continue just blending the edge of this bluey purple. I'm really just using little back and forth motions. I don't want to bring it up too high. I just cleaned off my brush a little bit and we're gonna go into the purple shade. And that's gonna go on the rest of my lid. I have been really into super colorful, bold looks lately. I've been having so much fun playing with color. I really like to wet almost all of my shimmer shades. It just makes them perform the way I want them to. I want a bit more wabam from my shimmer shades, and wetting it is how you get that. Okay, let's take off the butterscotch tape. Not too shabby. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, do my base, and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the under eye. I'm wetting a little pencil brush because I want to avoid fallout. So I'm gonna go in with that shimmery bluish purple shade that we used on the outer portion of the lid and just run that right along my lower lash line. Just about halfway in. Now we'll go into that purple and run that on the rest of the lower lash line. That way the lower lash line matches my lid most of the way. I went in with this shade right here as my inner corner highlight and actually my face highlight as well. I thought that was really pretty. So I'm going to fix my hair, zoom you out, and we can wrap up this video. All right. If you're ever curious what's on my face, 98% of the time it's linked in the description box. So if you're curious, just go down there and check it out. I try to link all the things just in case you want to take a reconnoiter. I figure that's the easiest way for you. So, thoughts on the Juvia's Place palette. I have been wearing this eyeshadow for about 45 minutes and it has already creased in my crease. It's like, it's a hot mess already. So I am going to be retiring this palette and most likely the other one that I have just like it. With the way eyeshadows are these days, there's no reason to hang on to one that I literally cannot wear for more than 45 minutes without it looking patchy and weird. So I would not recommend this and I won't be holding on to it. However, I love the colors. That was so much fun to play with. They blended out nicely. The matte shadow was fine. But yeah, I can't wear eyeshadows that crease like that. That's no bueno. Anyway, that wraps up episode, what did I say, 16? Yeah. So that wraps up episode 16 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Be good and remember to be kind to you.